Here's a question. Does your content help people do a job they're hiring it for? Right, people hire content as well as they hire doctors, plumbers, presidents, and software developers. Let's find out why they do it and how you can use it in content marketing. Hi there, my name is Katerina and I'm the author of the book From Reads to Leads. Today we'll talk about jobs to be done, a framework that helps you understand your readers' needs and write content that solves their problems. But first, let's imagine the world without Google. Where would we go if we needed to know how to buy Bitcoin, how to earn money online, or how to delete Instagram account? We would probably need to learn new skills or hire someone to help us solve our problems. The fact that we have Google and other search engines doesn't mean we have fewer problems or jobs to do. We just don't always hire people to help us solve our problems and do those jobs for us. Instead, we Google. Every time we need to improve, evolve, or change our life situation, we have a job to do. Jobs to be done is a framework widely used in marketing, design, and product development to define what a customer hopes to accomplish. We all have many things we hope to accomplish. They can be as small as getting our work done before noon or as big as getting our first book published. Accomplishing these things isn't easy. Obstacles and anxieties typically hold us back. We need someone to help us overcome those obstacles. Product can play this role. When people buy a product, they essentially hire it to help them do a job. If it does a crummy job, they fire it and look for an alternative. Your content is also a product. If you think about it as a solution that helps people do a job, amazing things happen. Your traffic grows, your conversion rates increase, and your marketing starts bringing in profit. When you understand the job for which readers hire your content, every article you publish becomes useful, so people want to read it. In other words, the Jobs to be Done framework helps you focus on what your readers need to read and not on what you think you need to write. To define a job to be done for your content, you need to figure out three things. Your reader's circumstances. When? Your reader's problem. I want to. The reason why your reader wants to solve it. So I can. To describe a job to be done, think about it in terms of progress and apply the following formula. When, I want to, so I can. Jobs to be done should be a foundation of your content strategy, and you need to write them down before you start looking for target keywords and working on headlines in your content plan. But if your content strategy is SEO driven and you do keyword research prior to analyzing your audience, which is fine, you can also define jobs to be done based on the keywords you chose for your semantic core. For example, let's say you need to write an article for a design agency that targets a keyword product-led growth. How should you define a job to be done for this key phrase? First of all, you need to imagine yourself in your reader's shoes. Why would you be searching for product-led growth? If you haven't developed empathy for your readers yet, it might be hard to describe a job to be done based solely on your intuition. In this case, it's a good idea to go on Google and analyze the top search results for this term. Many articles that appear on the first page of Google for the phrase product-led growth are focused on explaining what product-led growth is. Reading some of these articles can give you an idea of what jobs your readers want to accomplish. After thinking about product-led growth as if you were a reader and doing some research, you can come up with the following job to be done. When I'm looking at products like Slack, I want to know what tactics they use to make people adopt them so fast, so I can use these tactics in my own products. When you look at your topic through the lens of your reader's circumstances, it becomes clear how you should approach this topic. You can come up with a clickbait headline like this: Product-led growth, the secret to explosive growth from Slack and Calendly. Let's look at a few more examples. A company that sells analytics software to SaaS startups can come up with the following jobs to be done. When I have a SaaS product, I want to learn what AARRR metrics are and how to track them so I can measure and optimize each step of my funnel to hit my desired growth rate. A company that offers e-commerce website development services can write the following job to be done. When I'm about to start an e-commerce business, I want to know what costs are associated with building a website so I can allocate the right amount of money and plan my business budget. A company that provides mindfulness lessons can come up with the following job to be done. When I'm not just busy, but swamped by work and can barely move under the weight of my inbox, I need to do something to prevent burnout so I can handle my day-to-day responsibilities and feel better. Before you start writing, try to define your readers' jobs to be done. This will help you create a lead that pulls readers in and write content that helps people remove obstacles that are holding them back in their current circumstances. Next time, we'll talk more about how to understand your readers' needs and write content aligned with your readers' search intent. Stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Я Катерина. Пока-пока.